Okay, highlight, low light.
Okay.
Ray.
What should I start with? Highlight? Okay, the highlight honestly was like when we were doing the closing statements, just kind of standing there, realizing we did it. Yeah. Also just being done because I've been stressed about this for 6 months. Like not nearly as much as this ball of stress.
You're stressed about a different thing though.
Oh yeah.
You're afraid of
I have a fear of stages.
Yeah.
I've been on stage only a couple times to present awards, but I'm only up there for like, what, 5 minutes? Yeah. This would be the first time I'm on stage for like 2 hours minimum. Well, I don't know how long it went for. But also just reading a lot. Like it was a lot of text to read. So I was definitely facing my fears. But yeah, being able to like, you know, say like we did it. And it went better than I thought it would, honestly.
Oh, that's good.
The low for me was when QT started to panic. Oh my God. The fear and the stress. No. I felt
you
so
witnessed
bad
the bad side of me.
You guys haven't
I wasn't even panic. I became an Austin.
Let me explain.
I was backstage and I said, who the fuck is in charge of this?
Dude, I've seen a new side of QT that.
Sorry.
No,
I became an Austin.
No, her feelings were warranted. So what happened was the audience couldn't see the video play, but the stream could see the video play. And she spent a lot of like money and time.
To me
yeah, explain
what
the video.
was playing. So there was an animation that was playing and it highlights nominees. And something really important about this year, I would say, that we can all acknowledge is 2022 was huge for the W community. Yep. And I have this very important moment in this stupid animation that has Kai, Your Rage, and Bruce getting picked up in the limo. And it's just super funny because they're like in their Ghostbusters thing. I added it last minute because I watched the animation. I said, we're missing the W community. And so I stressed my animator out like the week before. I'm like, we have to add this scene. Have to do it. Like it's so important to me, like just to see us all come together in this stupid little animation, right? Like it's so sick. And then it didn't play. And I was like, as weird as it is, I was really looking forward to peeping out on the stage and seeing like Your Rage's reaction to it and like stuff like that.
I did tell him he was in the table next to mine, so I yelled at him and I was like, "Yo, you're on the." You're on the thing because we were watching it on our phones.
Watching it from your phone.
But unfortunately, the React camera was down, so we didn't capture that.
So yeah, he knows.
The React camera was down too.
He knows he was on it. But here's the beautiful thing about an event like this: not only does it get people together,
I know.
Not only does it celebrate, and engage in, I would say, a very expensive circle jerk. It's also bountiful for at least the next week of content, which everyone will react to. So you'll be able to get the reactions of all of those streamers after the fact.
Yeah. And my goal tomorrow is to get all the content pieces uploaded to the YouTube, and so then people can react to it, which I realize next year I'll delegate that to someone so they come up the same night. But it was.
I just felt so bad for you because like I know how much work you put into it, and there were so many people behind the scenes like trying to like figure it out and put it together, and it just wasn't working. They tested it all beforehand, right? Like throughout the day, so it's just so.
Well, and it made me mad because again, like people don't realize when they see like QT the Streamer Awards, they think like I'm getting paid to show up and host it. No. I'm in it, man. Like I wrote the script that we're following. I write the run of show. Like I do all that, and so. When something goes down and it's out of my control, it's very frustrating because it's like, I pay for this, I pay for that. And so the things that are important to me when they don't happen, I was back there and I was like, put up a Be Right Back screen. Put up a Be Right Back, fix this. I would rather have a Be Right Back screen, technical issues, than the audience suffering in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And they weren't listening to me, and it was so frustrating.
Yeah, that's fucking
No, your
annoying.
feelings were valid.
Yeah, I felt bad.
I just like didn't want
because I got mean.
No,
QT,
QT, don't feel bad
for that. You deserve.
Don't feel bad when you invested so much time and energy, and then it's out of the control. Something that you created, it's mind-numbingly frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're gonna save your highlight and lowlight because I think I know what your lowlight is.
And it's gonna be a segue.
And it's gonna be a segue. We're gonna move over to me.
Goddamn.
My highlight was when I got there. They had the interviewers, and I love Sweet Anita, and so I came up and gave her a big hug. And she's so sweet, she's so kind. She's like, "Will, I just in case I have any tics, like I please don't be offended by it." And I was like, Anita, are you kidding me? Like I fucking love you. Don't worry about it. She goes, "Well, I've actually had a really good day. I haven't made it fun of anybody." And I was like, "Oh, great." She aired me the fuck out, bro.
So funny.
She was like, "You're gay, fuck off, you suck." I was just sitting there.
She jinxed herself.
God, yeah, she jinxed herself bad. But I was laughing so hard because at one point, Haas came over and we did a handhold, and she just immediately went, "You're gay!" And it was just perfect timing. Awesome. My mom loved it. She didn't understand. And then my low light, got to be serious for a second. Austin Ox, your editor, cut a really great video, Streamer Awards. And I thought, Austin Ox, he's my friend. He'll put me in there somewhere. Fake ass, vegan ass, trick ass bitch.
Tell him.
Don't blame him.
No.
Tell him.
Vegan ass, trick ass bitch didn't sneak me in anywhere. I have actually lowered or heightened my vegan impact now. I'm buying cheaper meat that I know has been tortured from this point forward because he's so trash.
He deserves
is
Oh
vegan.
my.
No, this is my fault. I'm
I'm not letting you take it.
I'm behind the scenes director on that, and I needed him to include as many people as I've never heard of intentionally. That was the whole purpose.
So
of
you're
that
the
video.
fake bitch.
I am the fake bitch. Yeah.
Well, you're both fake bitches.
Well, and I actually had a problem with the content pieces in general, and I didn't realize this because I made sure last year I didn't get a chance to watch some of them. I made sure to watch them multiple times, and
she was like, no will. Perfect.
No. But there was, and I told Ludwig this morning. There was too much Ludwig, and I even had editors.
That's true.
I had editors cut Ludwig out a little more.
What?
And there was still too much Ludwig.
That was with Ludwig cut out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
There was a lot of
Ludwig. I
Ludwig.
love him very much, obviously. But
I did
Obviously more than you love me.
I did like the attention of
true.
every stream that I did the entire year. In
the one.
You did
clip.
like 3, and
Exactly.
all of them were featured.
Yeah,
The one
You have a
clip.
100% rating.
I was 3 for 3.
Stream.
The flight sim stream, and that's it.
Yeah.
Your price.
Name your prize.
well,
I'm sorry.
I'm
Don't-
steadfast.
I mean, you were heavily featured on other pieces. Is just not the
Austin
Oxenox one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
who's dead to me.
No.
Yeah. I understand. I mean, but you were very well presented. I think in other spotlights, which
I didn't talk about the other ones. I'm saying the Austin Ox
okay.
video.
I agree.
He's a fake ass trick ass.
No, he's not.
And I'm eating bald eagle meat tonight.
He's my perfect soul.
Bald eagle meat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna club it. What? I'm gonna
Club it?
before it's a wedding.
I think it's highly illegal, but okay. I'm gonna give you guys my highlight, low light. I'm gonna start off with my low light first because it kind of it dovetails off of what Will was talking about. My low light was I feel like I failed Will Neff.
No, come on, get the fuck out of here.
He was up for in a league of his own, and I advocated heavily for him. Him and Afghans both. Afghans for the hidden gem, and Will for league of his own. And I pushed for it, and unfortunately it didn't happen. And I feel like
I blame Austin Ox.
I think Austin Ox is somehow also responsible
Okay.
for that.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
But that was a stat category.
I know you even apologized
stat.
to me for that, which I think is ludicrous because I was just happy to be nominated. Stat category. I think short of Gandalf showing up with the Eagles, there's no way I won that category.
I thought it would. I was more confident about you winning.
No.
I was more confident about you winning League of His Own because I didn't know a lot about Doug.
Listen, you know me. I would have been prepared to give a speech. I did not prepare a single second in my head. I never even allowed an opportunity in my imagination that I would win that. Never once.
That's crazy. I literally thought you were going to win it. I was less confident in my chances of winning just chatting than I was in your.
Now,
I did not
next
prepare.
year-
I did not prepare a speech for mine either. For the
Next
record.
year, I'm going to clear.
Okay.
I'm gonna add some categories next year.
Best gay pilot, maybe.
Too. Yeah. Guest.
I would love for you to get nominated
And then lose.
And then lose.
There's like some other obscure
all
gay
of a sudden
pilot.
it's like, and little Nas X, he's like, when I picked up flying, I never knew. And you're just sitting there fucking steaming.
This is Prezzo.
Bitch.
Prezzo does one flight simulator stream, and immediately he's the
Crashes
best
a
gay pilot.
helicopter. We have an in memoriam.
That's the
for
thing. They
Prezzo.
love him more because he would crash. I'm too good of a pilot.
You will
to
never
win.
show dick on stream though. He's got that up on.
Yeah.
He showed dick
Forever.
and asshole.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't compete with that.
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no,
continuously.
No, I didn't.
Prezzo's a
I'm just
legend.
now learning about Prezzo.
Yeah.
He's the best.
So that was my low light. My highlight was probably, this is a bit of a repeat of what Austin was saying because he went in first, but was definitely seeing everyone. I tweeted about this before the Streamer Awards as well, where like I really love having an opportunity to socialize with the entirety of the streaming community. Well, not the entirety, but as many as we can host in one area. I love cons for that reason. So it was an awesome opportunity. I got to see the RDC boys, Mark Phillips, Dylan, all of them.
Yeah,
they came through. which was
They
sick.
didn't tell me day of. They wanted to come to the show, and I was so sad. I was like, ugh, I would have got you all a seat. You just people, you got to tell me before. Jesus, I do like.
We're streamers. We don't even have
you guys
object
are the
permanence.
worst people to work with.
You're dealing with straight up gamers.
Yeah, that was definitely probably really hard.
Hassan's really difficult to get on time. I mean, I've had him on maybe 13, 14 times on my show.
Yeah.
And every time it's a little challenging. It's a little challenging to get him
you
in.
keep doing it for some reason.
I've got him contracted for 6 episodes in the next season.
I don't even know about
his
this.
manager signed the paperwork.
That's interesting.
He gave him like the socialist doctrine.
It's the cast deal all over again, dude.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's going to give me a shoe.
Pair of Rothy's.
He's going to give me a shoe. But yeah, that was definitely my highlight, hanging out with Rage a little bit, hanging out with Chris next door.
Dude,
Chris
Rage was so nice.
Yeah, he's the man.
I talked to Rage and I was like, Hasan definitely thought you were going to win. And he was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, dude, we both did. We thought you were lost.
Yeah, I thought he was going to win for
he
sure.
was so friendly.
I missed your fucking award winning.
Why, were you too busy getting doused in cologne?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I was in the parking lot, or the side thing. Cutie created a fake great VIP entrance. I was in there getting doused in some Italian cologne because my shirt was smelling.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
That was expected.
You're an actual menace.
No, but seriously.
He is a diva.
Let's
All right,
open
Cutie,
it
your
up.
turn.
Let's hear
Cutie.
it.
Your turn,
Let's
Cutie.
open up
Come on.
Pandora's box, girl.
What's
Pop it open.
Highlights and lowlights.
Highlights. Genuinely the highlight. This is the reason I do this show, people don't realize, is because I want to heal the world. I want to heal toxicity amongst streamers. It's impossible, but I'm doing my best. And so having a moment where I can pause and look out and see all these people being in the same room for the first time ever, because even at TwitchCon, you don't get these people in the same room,
Yeah,
it's true.
And so I have 300 people in the same room that have never been able to do that. And so that is my highlight. I think that's my highlight every year. My low light is we're about to unpack something here.
Hassan's red carpet performance.
No.
Watch her just go, Austin stinky shirt.
Everybody smelled it. See,
For some reason I was the only one who didn't smell it, and I wanted to smell it. That's my low
I'm
light.
super left out of that.
I'm sorry, Cutie. Next time.
No, I last year I am a broken human and I consistently feel nothing. Last year after the show, I felt nothing besides just disappointment. I just felt like I could have done better. And I was like, the only feeling I felt was just like bummed. This year I felt nothing, but I felt optimistic. Like, oh, I know how to fix this now. Whatever. I know people like it. Last year I didn't know people liked it. I know people like it now. And I have my after party planned, and I am for once ready to celebrate. I think I said to Maya in the car ride over, like, oh, I'm going to take a drink. Crazy, I'm going to have some fun. Which is something I don't do.
I'm going to smoke a little meth.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be crazy.
There was a lot of math.
First of all, I had a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't know is the venue called us that morning and said that there was a leak in the roof. So they had to close the whole entire top floor. They were they tried to cancel on it. We had gotten permission to have the food trucks there. Then the food trucks show up and they're like, no, never mind, which is crazy because they're the ones that provided the generator. The venue was awful. The venue was awful. We'll never be using them again. We'll get Austin to get me a refund.
The venue definitely was leaking. I can attest to that. The downstairs, where we were at, was dripping on us.
It's completely unacceptable.
NFTs were destroyed that day.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, look, ultimately, who cares?
Airbnb is already losing their shorts to Marriott.
They weren't even Airbnbs.
Oh, well,
it wasn't an Airbnb. It was
then I have no leverage.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the venue that we were at.
Oh, no,
not the house.
No, I'm talking about the house.
You just shit on something unnecessarily.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, that was leaking too.
It was just American infrastructure.
LA is
Both
not
leaking.
built for rain.
It wasn't supposed to be raining here.
But I show up to my party. I'm ready to be chill. I'm ready to just chill and talk to people. As soon as I walk in, I see a lot of people that were not on my guest list, which is very frustrating because this party is just for streamers to chill. It's not for agents to pitch. It's not for sponsors to pitch. It's just to be chill. And I'm very confused how this happened.
For the record,
just for the record, I want to say something. At the party, I was given 3 cards.
I was gonna say that as well. Cutie is not being a diva when she says this.
Someone coming up and pitching and handing me a business.
Oh yeah,
She's not saying oh, I hate when streamers get to interact with non-streamers, oh, they're not famous. Like, there's a lot of streamers that aren't, popping or anything like that. They're all invited ultimately.
But this after party was a chance for everybody to
chill. This is like private, relaxed. It was supposed to. I want those same people that I saw in that room that I was so excited to have together. Then they just had to sit there and watch me for 2 hours. I want them to be able to talk to each other, and that's why I spent thousands of dollars putting this together.
Unfortunately, when brands are there, though, they do end up, getting their way with,
talking about business.
It's a constant thing where they're like,
Austin
what's
kept
up?
talking to me about his shirt.
Well, I had a new shirt.
You were
by that
not
point.
supposed to come
Who
in.
the fuck? Yeah, I was not invited. Who the fuck gives out business cards like it's the fucking 80s?
Very upset. I was very upset. And so I walk in and I'm first thing I do is I ping my agency and I'm like, guys, did you give these out? And they're like, no, like we have no clue.
There was no one watching the door when I came in.
Yeah, so I needed to triple my security, number one. So then I had my security start going through to check people for wristbands. And then long story short, I'm just dealing with all of that, which sucks because and then at one point, this was the audacity. I'm sorry. And maybe this is mean of me, but I'm going to say it because it's very frustrating when I'm trying to do a private thing for my friends. And I'm sitting there and this group of 6 people walk in and they all have wristbands. And I go, hey guys, where'd you get your wristbands? And they're like, oh, we got it from the production crew. And I go, what? They're like, oh, we're friends with, this is no harm to Wubby, but they're like, oh, we're friends with Wubby. And I go, oh, that's totally fine. But this party is just for streamers. They're like, oh, we are streamers. And I said, streamers, I personally know. I'm so sorry. This is like my personal party. At least it's supposed to be. And I just like can't keep letting people come in. And they're like, oh, well, we're friends with people. And they just walk past me. And I was like, okay. Like, mind you, this is not sponsored. Like, Misfits sponsored the after party, but they only paid for a fraction of it. Like, this is my personal money that I'm trying to give to my friends. I'm trying to celebrate with my friends. And so it's just like, wow. Like, I realize we all have friends. The issue with this industry is Will probably has 10 other friends that would want to come. Hasan probably has 10 other friends that would want to come.
I invited all of them.
Yeah,
me too. They were all at the party.
Everyone knows each other.
All of my friends are managers and marketing brand people, so I invited them.
It's just like really sad. It's a personal thing for me. That was what the after party was supposed to be. I know how I'm going to fix it next year. Whatever, it's going to be great. I'll fix it.